Darth Vader. Imagine being the most feared person in the galaxy. But you can't even breathe on your own. You can't take off your helmet. You can't feel the sun on your face. Every single breath hurts. Everyone runs from you, but you've never felt more alone. That was Darth Vader's reality. We see the iconic black armor, the red lightsaber, the Force choke. But underneath, a man trapped in a nightmare he couldn't wake up from. Today we're breaking down why being Darth Vader was actually one of the worst fates imaginable, and why his story hits harder than you think. 1. It started in chains. Here's the thing most people forget. Anakin Skywalker was born a slave. Not metaphorically, literally owned by someone else. A junk dealer named Watto on the desert planet Tatooine. No father, a mother who could barely protect him. No future except fixing machines and hoping he'd survive another day. While other kids dreamed about what they'd become, Anakin just dreamed of freedom. And the worst part? The one person who loved him unconditionally, his mum, he had to leave behind. When Qui-Gon Jinn offered to free him, there was a catch. Only Anakin could go, not his mother. Imagine being 9 years old and having to choose between your freedom and the only family you've ever known. That guilt, that fear, it never left him. 2. The Jedi. Freedom, with conditions. So Anakin joins the Jedi, right? Finally free, finally special. He's the chosen one, destined to bring balance to the Force. Except, the Jedi didn't want him. Master Yoda sensed too much fear in him. Mace Windu never trusted him. They accepted him because of a prophecy, not because they believed in him as a person. And then there were the rules. The Jedi Code forbade attachments. No family, no relationships, no emotions. To a kid who'd just lost his mother and had nothing but his feelings? That wasn't wisdom. That was a prison with better lighting. The Jedi told him his emotions were dangerous, that caring too much was a path to darkness. But here's the brutal irony. By suppressing everything he felt, they pushed him toward the exact thing they feared. He traded one master for another, and this time he couldn't even admit he was suffering.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith.
3. Palpatine, the perfect predator. Enter Emperor Palpatine, or as Anakin knew him then, Chancellor Palpatine, a mentor, a friend, someone who actually listened. The Jedi told Anakin to suppress his feelings. Palpatine told him his feelings made him powerful. The Jedi kept secrets from him. Palpatine confided in him. The Jedi made him feel broken. Palpatine made him feel chosen. This wasn't a sudden fall to the dark side. This was grooming. Years of manipulation. Palpatine knew exactly which wounds to poke, which fears to feed. And when Anakin started having visions of his wife Padme dying in childbirth, the same visions he'd had about his mother before she was killed, Palpatine offered him the one thing the Jedi wouldn't, a way to save her. All he had to do was betray everything he once believed in. 4. Mustafa, the point of no return. And then came Mustafa, the lava planet where Anakin Skywalker died. Not metaphorically, he literally burned alive. Obi-Wan, his brother, his mentor, left him on those black shores with his limbs severed, his body on fire, screaming in agony. But the physical pain? That wasn't even the worst part. Padme was dead. The person he'd destroyed everything to save. Gone. His children, he thought they'd died with her. The Jedi Order? Slaughtered, many by his own hand? His best friend? Just tried to kill him. In one day, Anakin lost his body, his family, his identity, and his soul. Everything he'd fought for, everything he'd sacrificed, meaningless. And from those ashes rose something else. Something darker. Something that hated itself as much as it hated the galaxy. Darth Vader. 5. The suit. A walking coffin. Let's talk about that iconic suit. To us, it's terrifying. To Vader, it was torture. Every breath was mechanical, painful, a constant reminder he was more machine than man. The mask never came off. If it did, he'd suffocate within minutes. The suit was heavy, restrictive, buzzing with electrical feedback that kept him in constant low-level pain. And here's the really messed up part. Palpatine designed it that way. The technology existed to make Vader comfortable, to give him better mobility, to reduce the pain. But Palpatine wanted him suffering. Pain fueled the dark side. Pain kept Vader angry. Pain kept him controlled. He couldn't eat normal food, only nutrient paste through feeding tubes. Couldn't sleep properly. The suit wasn't designed for rest. Couldn't feel texture, temperature, or another person's touch. Couldn't do any of the basic human things we take for granted. The galaxy's most powerful enforcer couldn't even scratch his own face. And the cruel irony? The suit also kept him alive. The very thing torturing him was the only thing preventing him from dying. He was trapped in his own body, dependent on the man who'd destroyed his life.
Enough of this.
6. Alone in a crowded galaxy, but worse than the physical pain was the isolation. Padme was gone. His children were hidden. His former friends were dead or enemies. The clones who'd served beside him became the stormtroopers who now feared him. No one in the Empire loved Vader. They only feared him. Even Palpatine, the one person left who knew his true identity, didn't treat him as a person. He was a tool, a weapon, an attack dog on a leash. In the comics, there are heartbreaking moments where Vader tries to resurrect Padme through the Force, where he searches for any connection to his past, where he meditates in chambers designed to dull his pain for just a few minutes. All of it fails. He was surrounded by thousands of soldiers, commanding entire fleets, and he'd never been more alone.
Yes, my master.
7. Still a slave. And here's the tragic truth that ties everything together. Anakin Skywalker was born a slave, and Darth Vader died a slave. He'd traded Watto for the Jedi for Palpatine, but he was never free. Every order, every mission, every victory, it all belonged to someone else. The most feared man in the galaxy was still just a tool in someone else's hand. He'd destroyed everything trying to gain the power to save the people he loved. And in the end, he had power, but no one left to save, no choices left to make, just obedience and pain.
Father.
8. One moment of freedom. But there's one last piece to this story. Luke Skywalker, the son Vader never knew existed, refused to give up on him. Even when Vader hunted him, even when they fought, even when the Emperor commanded Luke to kill him or join the dark side. Luke chose a third option: love. And in that moment, watching his son being tortured, something broke through decades of pain and darkness. Not Darth Vader, but Anakin Skywalker. The man he'd been, the father he could have been. He turned on Palpatine, threw him to his death, saved his son. For the first time in decades, Anakin made a choice that was truly his own. For the first time since Mustafar, he was free. But that freedom lasted only minutes. The Emperor's lightning had destroyed his suit's life support. As Luke cradled him, Anakin finally saw his son with his own eyes. No mask, no filter. And then, he was gone. Freedom and death, hand in hand. So yeah, being Darth Vader sucked. He lived in constant pain, lost everyone he loved, never escaped the chains that bound him since birth. The most powerful villain in movie history was really just a broken man in a broken body, controlled by someone even worse. That's what makes Vader's story so powerful. It's not just about good versus evil. It's about how suffering, fear, and manipulation can destroy someone from the inside out. And how even in the darkest places, there's still a chance for redemption, even if it comes at the very end. What other Star Wars character should I break down next? Palpatine's master plan? Why being a stormtrooper was actually a nightmare? Let me know in the comments, and if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button. because we're just getting started with the hidden dark side of Star Wars.